Hare Krishna，係咪堅尼？咁我因為啱啱同 Didi 講啦，因為我嗰個電嘅 power 唔夠啦，同埋我呢個 network 唔係咁好，穩陣啲，為咗係 stable 啲咧，咁所以我就唔視頻啦，咁我就用聲音啦，咁就得㗎啦。你就將我嘅視頻咧就刪咗佢，咁就留翻個聲音就得㗎啦，好嘛？係咪堅尼？Okay, can we start, Didi?
Yes. So, Hare Krishna. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again for this Siksastakam study.
好，谢谢各位，我们今天再来到这个就是八训规的课程哈，谢谢各位的参与。
So today, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur will start revealing to us Sambandha Gyan. That means knowledge of our identity, our real identity and real relationships.
喂，欠麥堅尼，我嘅聲音得唔得？夠唔夠大聲啊？大家聽唔聽到啊？Just wait. I asked check with Himagini. Is my voice volume enough, big, loud? I just check with her first. Sorry, 嚇。Himagini 可唔可以俾個 apply 我啊？
好啊，
Himagini
好啊，
聽到嗎？
聽到啊，好大聲啊 ，OK 啊。
OK，carry on，OK。咁今天呢，我们就会来到这个巴听的塔克呢，来给我们揭示，什么叫Sambandha Gyan，就我们的关系啦，Sambandha Gyan 哈。
Yes. So when we understand our real identity and what our real relationship is in this world and with Krishna, then we can enter the process of chanting Shri Krishna Nam properly.
好，我们呢，如果明白我们就是和 Krishna 这个关系是什么的话呢，我们才可以进入这个就是念诵的这个程序的。
Haribol Satya Didi, welcome. Jai Radhe, Hare Krishna. And all devotees who are now joining, welcome, Hare Krishna.
好，谢谢各位今天的参与哈。
First, we'll pray for the mercy of Sri Guru, Gauranga, and Radha Krishna.
首先呢，我们向 Sri Guru Gauranga Radha Krishna 祈祷的。
Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militang Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare Hare Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Haribol Haribol Gora Haribol Nitai Gaur Haribol Gora Haribol Nitai Gaur Premanande Haribol. So a we'll get some special mercy from Sri Radha Madan Mohan today, talking about Sambandha Gyan.
我们今天呢，希望得到呢 Radha Mohan 的一个仁慈，然后今天讲述关于这个 Sambandha Gyan 就是关系哈，就是灵性的关系 Sambandha Gyan。
So, Prem, pure transcendental love and affection, is like a river.
可以说 Prem 地摸的爱，就是这种超然的这个超然的爱哈，就像一条河流一样的。
And a river has two sides, two banks. One side is Milan, the happiness of meeting the beloved, and the other side is Viraha, or the feeling of separation from the beloved.
河流呢，它是有两个岸的。河流的两个岸的一边呢，就可以说是快乐的相聚，另一边呢就叫分离的这个情怀的。所以河流呢，它是有两岸的，对吗？
So each side nourishes and increases the other one.
每一个河岸的两边，他们都是互相在去滋壤对方的，滋壤对岸的。
And without two river banks, without the two sides, there would be no shape to the river, nowhere for it to flow.
Can you say again? Sorry, because a little disturbance here. Okay, say again. Please.
Okay, without the two sides of the riverbank, there would be no shape or direction for the river to flow.
可以说，如果河岸没有两岸的话呢，可能呢，我们那个河水呢就失去了它的方向了，它就不知道该哪里去流淌了。
And there would be no way for us to access the river.
那么对我们来说呢，我们也没有办法进入这个河流了，对吧？
So both sides of spiritual ecstasy, meeting and separation feelings.
可以说Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, so both sides of spiritual ecstasy, meeting and separation, are flowing inside this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
可以说这个河的两岸，一岸呢就是这个相聚的，一岸呢就是分离的。可以说这个就是这个河流呢，就是它呢就是可以说通过这个曼陀罗呢，我们可以沉浸在这个既有分离又是相聚的这个河流的这个灵性的河流之中的。
And Sri Radha feels all these aspects of Prem more intensely and more completely than anyone else, even more than Krishna. She experiences this Prem.
Radha 呢，可以说她比 Krishna 更加的，可以说去感受和知道或者给予最多的这种的奉爱的，她比 Krishna 可以说更多的。
In fact, Krishna becomes curious and he wants to experience and taste the joy and the prem that Radha is experiencing. He's surprised and curious and he wants to understand her prem.
可以说呢，因为就这个原因呢，就是因为 Radha 他对这个的，他是可以说最多的这个prem 是最多的，奉爱最多的，所以呢，令到 Krishna 呢非常的这个好奇的，他想知道，他想感受一下 Radha 的这个 prem 这个奉爱到底是如何的。
So Chaitanya Charitamrita explains Prema Ras Niryas Korite Aswadan Ragmarg Bhakti Loke Korite Pracharan, that Krishna comes to this world as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking Radharani's golden color and playing the role of a devotee.
那么，所以呢 ，Krishna 呢就以 Radha 的肤色，还有呢就是 Mahaprabhu 就以就是 Krishna 就是以 Mahaprabhu 的这个身份来展现的。这个身份是什么身份呢？他是怀着 Radha 的这个情怀 和 Radha 的这个肤色来去品尝这个 Prem Rasa 的，就是配摸的这个喜乐的。
So he does this because he wants to experience that prem, that unique happiness that only she experiences. When she loves Krishna, there's some joy that she gets that only she tastes, no one else. So Krishna wants to experience that and comes as Mahaprabhu.
因为呢 Radha 呢，他对 Krishna 的那个爱哈，因为他对 Krishna 有爱，所以呢，他就会有这个喜乐，因为有爱就有喜乐，对吧？所以呢，因为 Radha 对 Krishna 的那个爱，就让Radha 有喜乐。那么 Krishna 呢，他要想去品尝一下到底这个 Radha 的那种爱的喜乐是什么，所以呢，他就因为这个喜乐和这个爱呢是 unique， 就是说是独一无二的哈，没有人可以比喻的，没有任何人可以拥有的，所以呢 Krishna 呢就以 Mahaprabhu 的这个形象和身份来到人世间去品尝这个 Radha 的那种喜乐和爱了。
So Mahaprabhu experienced both sides of this river of prema ras, viraha and milan.Meeting and separation from Krishna.
那么所以呢，当马哈婆婆来到这个人世间的时候呢，他可以说他就品尝两个东西了，叫 Prema Rasa。两个东西是什么？就是这个爱的河流，有岸的一边是分离之情，岸的另外一边是相聚之情的。所以呢，马哈婆婆呢，他来到这个人世间，就在这个爱河之中的爱这两岸的分离和相聚的这个河岸的两种的这种的爱哈，他就去体验了。
And where did he achieve this? In Jagannath Puri in Gambhira, alone with Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy.
那么好，我们就说马哈婆婆来到这个人世间是去品尝 Radha 的这个爱和喜乐的。OK， 那么这个喜乐之中包括两种，一个相聚，一个是分离，对吧？那么他在哪里去品尝到这个相聚和分离呢？就在 Jagannath Puri 的 Gambhira， 在谁的陪同之下呢？一个呢就 Swarupa Damodar， 一个呢就 Ramananda。OK， correct Ramananda？
Yes, Ramananda Roy.
Ramananda Roy 和那个Swarupa Damodar 哈，就在他们两人的陪同下，就在 Jagannath Puri 的 Gambhira 就去品尝这种分离和相聚的之爱情了。
So sitting in Gambhira with Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, Mahaprabhu was absorbed in the feelings of Srimati Radhika and spoke Siksastakam.
我们的这个八训规的来由就在这个情况之下得来的。什么情况呢？就在 Jagannath Puri 的 Gambhira， 就在那个 Damodar Swarup Damodar 的陪同之下，Raya Ramananda 的陪同之下， Mahaprabhu 就去品尝这个最高的分离和相聚的 Radha 的那种的情感。那么这种情感的，就是衍生出这本的八训规了。
So now let's practice singing the first verse together. You can keep your mics muted. Just at home, you can listen and repeat after me, each word.
我们就跟着弟弟呢一起呢去练一下哈，就是念诵一下，或者是唱诵一下八训规的第一个诗节了。
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Siksastakam ki jai. Cheto, 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 Darpana,
Darpana,
Marjanam,
Marjana,
Bhavamaha,
Pavamaha,
Bhavamaha,
Pravamaha,
Davagni,
Davagini,
Bhavamaha Davagni,
Pavamaha Davagini,
nirvapanam
nirvapanam
shreya
shreya
kairava
kailapa
chandrika
chandrika
vitaranam
vitanabam
vitaranam
vitalaram
vitaranam
vitalaram
vitaranam
vitalaram
vidya
vidya
vadhu
vadu
vidya vadhu
vidyavadu
vidya vadhu
vidyavadu
jivanam
jivanam
anandam
anandam
anandam buddhi
anandam buddhi
vardhanam
vardhanam
pratipadam
patipadam
purna
pura
purna
purna
amrita
amritam
purnamrita
puramitam
aspadanam
asvatanam
purnamrita svadanam
puramistapavanam
purnamrita svadanam.
Can't remember. Purvamita svadanam. It's like that.
Yes, yes. Sarvatma,
Sarvama,
sarvatma,
sarvapatama,
sarva,
sarva,
atma,
atma, sarva,
sarvatma,
sarva,
sarvatma,
sarva, ama,
sarvatma,
sarva, ma, atma,
snapanam,
sapanam,
snapanam,
snapanam,
param,
param,
vijayate,
vijayate,
Shri Krishna Sankirtanam,
Shri Krishna Sankirtanam,
Vijayate,
vijayate,
Shri Krishna Sankirtanam,
Shri Krishna Sankirtanam,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome, any new devotees joining us, welcome.
新人的话，新的奉献者的话，欢迎大家加入哈。
So last week we heard from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur about two kinds of Shraddha.
上个礼拜我们讲的关于 Bhaktivinoda Thakur 解释的就是两个关于信心的解释。
One kind of Shraddha, faith, is inspired by the logic of Shastra. And the other Shraddha is inspired by transcendental lobha, greed.
上个礼拜呢，就是讲了两个信心的两方面的两方面的信心。第一个信心呢是来自哪里呢？就是来自这个哲理的、真理的、哲学，就是这个知识的经典的知识。另外一个来自 lobha 就是我们的贪婪，灵性的贪婪，不是物质的贪婪，灵性的贪婪就两方面就给了我们信心的。
Then he told us that both kinds of transcendental faith will only survive if they are constantly nourished and taken care of by Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam in Sadhu Sangha.
好，这两种的信心哈，就是我们这个信心，第一个是来自经典的信心，第二个呢就是灵性方面的渴求的这个贪婪的信心。那么你这两种的信心，它是要在什么条件之下呢，才可以就是很久的拥有了？就是我们要做什么聆听，好，经典要聆听。第二呢，或要去念诵，是吧？第三的话呢，我们还要去记忆，就三个哈。而且是在什么样的情况之下呢？一定要在一个纯粹奉献者的引导之下，我们做三个这个动作。那我们的拥有的这两种的信心，无论是从经典知识给我们的启迪的信心，无论是我们的这个灵性方面的渴求的贪婪的信心，那你两种信心只有在这几种的情况之下，才可以很久的，就是长期拥有的。
But what kind of kirtan? Param, topmost, complete, pure kirtan. In the words Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan means Param, topmost, pure, complete kirtan.
好，我们讲的 kirtan 就是念诵或者唱诵，哈，就是什么样的唱诵呢？一定是纯粹的，纯粹的意思就是说 Param 就是最高的、最至尊的、纯粹的。OK， 第一个念诵方面或者 kirtan 方面。
Not the kirtan and harikatha of the reflection of bhakti.
不是我们上次所说的那个镜中的反射的那种哈，就是我们的反射的那种的 kirtan 那种的念诵，就是说是扭曲的，就是说不是没有灵性的导引的那种哈。
So the first thing he explained to us is that only this pure Sankirtan in association with pure devotees of Krishna will bring your bhakti from Shraddha through Anartha Nivriti to Nishta and all the way to Prem.
好，那么刚刚所说的，就我们讲的是，就是我们的信心是要在第一个呢，在一个大条件，就是要 kirtan， 就是唱诵念诵哈。念诵的话呢，是在什么情况之下呢？一个纯粹奉献者，然后呢是在一个我们纯粹的念诵。这圣名的念诵之下，我们呢才可以从一个信心的起步开始，然后一步一步的走到就是Rati La Prana 一步一步的往上走的。
Then in our question time at the end of the meeting, we discussed what to do if we can't find any sadhu sangha like that. Or maybe we haven't met a pure Mahabhagavad Guru, or maybe we got initiation, but now we're feeling separation from pure devotees. What to do?
那我们上一节课的就是问题的那个环节都有问过一个问题哈，就是说，那如果假设我们没有一个纯粹奉献者，或者是我们启迪了，我们现在也没有得到一个纯粹奉献者的联谊，那该怎么办
？We discussed that all our acharyas and gurus show in their own life this example of doing sadhana, bhakti yoga sadhana, and guru seva, serving guru and Vaishnavas in separation from them, feeling separation. They've showed us by their own life example.
那么上一次呢，我们也讲过这些伟大的 acharya， 他们以身作的展示给我们看，他们怎么样的去做灵修的，做这个修行的，就是通过去服务他们的灵性导师，对吧？服务这些 Vaishnava。
And they advised us to be like the chakora bird, who only keeps her mouth open, waiting to catch a pure raindrop in her mouth. She never drinks the water from the puddle. So determined, so confident, and so much hope. Like that, we do our sadhana every day.
就是我们的灵修呢，就像那个 chakra 那个什么一种鸟，我也不知道什么鸟哈，那种反正是那个只喝雨水的那种鸟哈，就是应该像它一样坚定，首先 OK， 然后非常充满信心，然后很渴望去喝那个天上掉下的雨水。我们的灵修其实应该要是这样的。
So just hearing about that, hearing about pure bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, Shuddha Vaishnava, Shuddha Nam, pure holy names, pure bhakti. Just hearing about it, we'll get more and more desire to have it.
就是说，我们怎么可以做到这些呢？就是我们通过这个聆听这些经典，然后呢就是纯粹的这些圣名哈，通过聆听这些纯粹的圣名，然后呢去建立我们刚刚以上所说的需要的那些个特质了，就是说坚定，还有渴望，还有耐心。
And that feeling will increase and increase, and it is so powerful. It can burn up all other material desires, all obstacles in your life. This desire to get that association, to have that kind of shraddha, to chant that quality of name, the more this desire increases, the more all other obstacles and material desires will be burnt up by that fire.
那么可以说，如果我们的这种的，就是那种的情怀，就是这什么样的情怀呢？或者是我们的那个欲望、渴望，这个渴望和欲望越来越浓、越来越深、越来越强的时候呢 ，OK， 那么这个欲望呢，就是可以把我们的第一个那些物质的那些欲望给它烧掉。把我们在我们走的这条的灵修的路上的那些妖魔鬼怪障碍吧，就给它全部给它烧得一干二净的。
And
就是
when
这个欲望，它可以让我们做到这个层面的。OK， yes, please.
And when we chant and do bhakti with those kinds of feelings of determination and hope and expectation, then Sri Guru will come in our life again and again and again in many ways.
那么如果我们在练诵的时候，就我们做到这个层面，就刚刚所说的那个层面，就是说我们坚定不移，我们很渴望，我们很期盼，在这种的心怀之下，我们去念诵的话呢，可以说我们的灵性导师他可以以任何形式的方式来到我们这里来帮我们的。
And Sri Guru makes our hearts very pure, clean, gentle, fragrant, and beautiful. And he offers us to the service of Sri Radha and Krishna.
那么如果我们做到就是刚刚所说的那种的情怀去念诵的话灵性导师他首先他会来到了，他会让我们的心会得到就是把它就是心让我们的明心见性，可以这么说 OK， 然后呢把我们送给就是变成一个很柔和美丽的鲜花去给 Radha。
So at every step of Bhakti Yoga, there is Ananda, like we just sang in this first verse, Anandam Buddhivardhanam Ananda. So Pratipadam, at every step of Bhakti process, there is incredible joy and happiness.
可以说在我们修行风爱瑜伽的每一个环节，每一个层面我们都有 Ananda， 就有乐趣的，有喜悦的。肯定那个飞龙很少了OK, Carol.
But at the same time, as a new beginner and a practitioner, just in kindergarten, starting out, we have to realize that we want to always be cultivating these feelings of separation also.
那么作为我们一个修行的入门者，就像一个幼儿园的那个小孩一样的，我们在这个修行的过程中，我们应该是经常要去感受那种的分离的情怀的。
So just like Gurudev and all our 6 Goswamis, especially Raghunath Das Goswami, has shown that feeling of separation from Radha and Krishna, and especially from Guru and Vaishnavas.
就像我们的6个 Goswami 的其中的一样哈，其中的一个特别是 Raghunath Das Goswami 一样的，他经常对 Radha 有浓浓的分离之情，对他的师姑鲁，对这些 Vaishnava 有浓浓的很强烈的分离之情。
So for us jivas who we do not have, we are not chanting pure holy name. We don't have, we haven't developed a taste in chanting. We're filled with material desires and distractions. So for us, hang on. So for us, learning how to do sadhana in these feelings of separation are more valuable for us in our beginning stage.
那么作为我们的这些入门的修行者哈，因为我们是凡夫俗子嘛，受条件限制的灵魂，我们会有很多的物质的欲望和捆绑的。那么所以呢，我们应该去学习怎么样去学习去感受这个分离之情。其实对我们的修行来说是很重要的，就是去品尝学习这个分离的情怀，对我们的修行是非常有很重要的。
So since tomorrow is Guru Purnima, that's the full moon and a special day, one day of the year that we worship Vyasadeva on Guru Purnima, and a couple days ago was the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. So I wanted to spend at least five more minutes just to glorify Guru Tattva.
那么可以说，早几天呢，就是 Guru Purnima 都是就是来去纪念我们的这些的伟大的 Acharya 啦，还有这些 Guru 的。那么可以说应该是早2天前吧，也刚好也是 Srila Bharati Maharaj 他的那个显现日啊，那他的那个 Guru Purnima 哈，也是他的 ，is appearance day or appearance day Srila Bharati Maharaj 对，是他的显现日哈，对，也是他的显现日。刚好在那天是 Ekadasi 的，弟弟呢，像在这里也花5分钟的时间去荣耀 Srila Bharati Maharaj 的。
So, our success in spiritual life completely depends on growing these feelings of gratitude and separation from our beloved Gurudev.
可以说我们在灵性方面的进展或者是成功的话呢，我们的成长也好，其实是离不开2个大因素的。一个因素呢就是这个分离的情怀，一个呢就是我们的感恩的情怀。
And all our acharyas have shown, for example, when Srila Rupa Goswami disappeared from this planet, what happened to Raghunath Das? He was burning in transcendental separation, which, as we said, is a part of transcendental prem. It's not like crying in this world.
就像我们举个例子，当是 Rupa Goswami 他隐疾的时候呢，那么 Raghunath Das Goswami 他会怎么样呢？他是完全沉聚于那种的分离，就是很像烈火一样的分离之情。当然，他这个分离之情不像我们凡世俗世凡人的那种的物质的那个情怀。
Feeling great separation from Srila Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das wrote this beautiful verse, Shunyayate Mahagoshtam, Girindro Jagarayate Vyagratundayate Kundam, Jivatu Rahitasyame. So he was saying, now I no longer have the sustainer of my life. And this land of Vraj, Vrindavan, has become like a shunya, empty, desolate, zero.
OK， 那么就当 Rupa Goswami 隐疾的时候呢 ，Raghunath Das 他写了一首诗，然后刚刚就是弟弟念的那个我肯定是念不出来的。然后呢，他就意思就是说，就是Rupa Goswami 不在这里哈，就是喂，哎，哪里，就是 the Lord I have to ask them to open them， 哎。Sorry, because there's a roof. They don't know I'm here, so they lock.
That's important. Yeah.
Yeah, I quickly asked them to open them. they didn't just ignore me. Let's see. Okay, that's matter. OK 然后呢，他就写了他是说，如果 Goswami 没有在这里的话，他陷入了深深的分离之情哈。分离之情呢，就是说，对我来说，如果 Rupa 不在这里了 ，Rupa Goswami 不在这里了，那个华赞之地对我来说是空的，什么都没有了。
Very Shri, did they open the door? You have to get the door
No,
open.
no yet. I just after finish class, I just asked her, throw some paper down, ask somebody to open for me.
Can you call somebody?
Yeah, I can.
After
Yeah,
class?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can carry on.
Okay, so then Raghunath Das Goswami, in this prayer, he says, Govardhan Hill has become like a python just ready to swallow me up. Radha Kund has become like a gaping open mouth of a tiger to swallow me.
然后呢，Raghunath Das Goswami 就说了，他有技术说了 ，Govardhan 就是Govardhan 呢就像一个蟒蛇一样，张开它的大口要把它吞下去了。Radha Kund 呢就像一个张开大口的那个老虎一样，也要把它吞噬下去了。
And he cried in separation from all his Shiksha gurus. He used to think, I'm so unlucky. First, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared and left me behind.
那么呢，就是 Raghunath Das Goswami 呢，他非常的陷入深深的分离之情，他就可以这么说哈，他分离的哭泣呀，他常常陷入分离的哭泣。第一个他就说Mahaprabhu 他离开我了，第一个离开我的是 Mahaprabhu。
After that, I was living with Swarup Damodar always, but then he also left me. He disappeared from this world.
然后呢，Mahaprabhu 离开他之后呢，第二个离开他的是谁呢？是Swarup Damodar。
Yes?
Yeah, complete.
Next, then he says, next I grabbed hold of the lotus feet of Gadadhar Pandit, but then he also left me.
然后呢，第二个是谁呢？第三个是谁呢？第三个是 Gadadhar Pandit 也离开他了。
Then, wherever I went in Jagannath Puri, every piece of dust, every place just reminded me of all the pastimes and being with them, and it was unbearable pain of separation from them, being there.
当他在 Raghunath Das Goswami 在 Jagannath Puri 漫游的时候 ，Jagannath Puri 的每一个地方都会勾起他们昔日和这些就是训示灵性导师他们的之情啊，就是相聚之情的那些回忆，每走一个地方都勾起他昔日和这些训示灵性导师相聚的那些的回忆哈，非常痛苦的。
So everywhere I went, I was just reminded of my Shiksha gurus and beloved Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami and all Shiksha gurus. So I ran away to Vrindavan.
然后呢，就是每到的任何一个角落，都会勾起他昔日往日和这些伟大的这些就是Goswami 他们的那个相聚哈，那么现在都勾起他的很深深的回忆。然后呢，他没有办法，他只能逃离文达文。
So if we cultivate this desire to get such kind of association, then these feelings will grow more and more. First, we have to desire it. And when we practice bhakti with this desire, our spiritual wishes are fulfilled for sure.
那么，如果我们在这个时候，假设我们如果是可以发展这种的去欲望的话呢，可以说我们的很多的就是期盼，我们的愿望就会得到实现的。一定要有欲望。
So now I'll share a couple of stories with you, practical from our lives. We're working on publishing a new art book. Satya, Didi, if you're still there, you know very well about this. Well, it's finally almost done. And working on that art book of Shamarani, we interviewed her a few times. I interviewed her, other devotees interviewed her, and such incredible interviews are going to be in the book, and I'll share with you something now. Jai Shri?
Interview which Didi, Satu Devi Didi? So, sorry.
Shri, so I'm saying for Shamarani Didi's art book, it will have all the paintings from her whole life with Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev.
Okay.
And so for the book, we interviewed her. We asked her many questions.
Okay.
And there's something wonderful I want to share from that.
Okay. Interview Shamarani Didi, right?
Yes.
OK， 好，弟弟呢，他本身Manjari弟弟呢，他是在我们的 Gurudev 的这个团队出版社工作的。然后呢，他们因为要出版很多关于 Shamarani 弟弟的他的画册呀等等这些，所以呢，他们会去采访 Shamarani 弟弟。那么 Shamarani 弟弟大家知道呢，他是一个很资深奉献者，他是圣帕布帕门的门徒，又是来跟随我们 Gurudev 很多年的，所以呢，当他们去采访 Shamarani 弟弟的时候呢，可以说有很多非常的就是难忘感人的故事吧。
So this first small story didn't make it into the book, but I'll tell it anyway.
虽然这些他的有些，sorry，OK， 虽然这些的就是采访它不能写到书本里边去，但是呢，Manjari弟弟呢，他愿意在这里和我们中国奉献者大家分享一下哈。
So she explained to me when I interviewed her that after Prabhupada's divine disappearance, she was carrying on her service, but after about 14 years, she felt increasing separation from him.
可以这么说哈，就是说，当 Manjari 弟弟去采访 Shamarani 弟弟的时候，大家可能不知道 Shamarani 弟弟是谁，他很早期来过中国的哈。OK， 然后呢，就是他说他一直是在这个服务帕布帕的。当升帕布帕他领级了之后呢，可以说他就是有陷入到他很长时间的，就是这个对帕布帕的分离之情，达14年的之久的。
And gradually, this feeling of missing him and desperate to be with him again, only him, this feeling became so intense. Gradually, it was unbearable.
可以说 Shamarani 呢，他对圣帕布帕的那种分离之情，那种痛苦，那种的很想的重聚和他。唯有他自己的帕布帕那种就是很渴望能够重聚，那种深深的分离，就是那种情怀哈。其实这种的分离之情，真的让他连呼吸都很困难的了，去到这种的层面了。
So the temple where she was living at that time, one morning she went to the morning program in the temple, and it was time for Guru Puja. And she had this deep prayer just came from her heart. And when it was her turn to offer her flowers in the Guru Puja to Prabhupada, she expressed inside her heart, she expressed everything to him, and she just offered her confidential prayer, which we're not talking about here. We're just telling in a short way how she offered her heart and these flowers to Srila Prabhupada with this prayer.
那么这里就讲述了有一次呢，就是在那个庙里，当时是Shamarani 弟弟住在的那个庙，有一次呢，就刚好是做这个 Guru Puja 的，就是灵性导师的这个仪式的。然后呢，就Shamarani 弟弟呢就要向他的帕布帕，他的灵性导师 Srila Prabhupada 献一朵花。当他轮到他献这朵花的时候，他用这朵花把他内心的很多的那种的情怀和祷文和这个花一样的机密的，就献上给这个Srila Prabhupada 的。
And very soon after that, in just a few months, she met Gurudev in Vrindavan.
那么就是可以这么说，当他做了这一次的在 Guru Puja 的时候，献上他的内心的那种的祷文和这朵鲜花一起奉献给那个 Srila Prabhupada 之后呢，很快的不久之后，几个月之后Shamarani 弟弟呢，他就在那个文达文呢，就遇到我们的 Srila Gurudev 了 Srila Nanda Maharaj 了。
Yes. And then when we interviewed her another time, the devotees asked her what's different about her painting with Prabhupada and her painting with Srila Gurudev after meeting Srila Gurudev, that the style looks really different. And what's the reason for this difference? And how could she paint beautiful Sevakunj and the Manjaris?
好，那么呢，就是有人都也访问过Shamarani弟弟哈，就问他几个问题的。第一个就是说，在他自己的灵性导师Srila Prabhupada 的年代，他的那个画的这些画，很多的画哈，还有在我们的Srila Gurudev的这个年夜的时候，他画的这些画，就是两个圣人的画，就是说这两个阶段，他跟随的两个。圣人不同的圣人，就是他的画风是很不一样的举例子在那个 Sevakunj 呢，他画了很多 Sevakunj 的这是怎么
So then Shamarani Didi explained that without such a long time of feeling the separation from Prabhupada and without strong feelings of separation from him, it would not have been possible, and that a big part of what empowered her to paint Sevakunj and the Manjaris was this experience, these strong feelings of separation and crying and praying and taking shelter of Prabhupada. And through those feelings of separation, she said, partly came this qualification and service to paint Sri Rupa Manjari and Sri Sevakunj.
可以说在 Shamarani 弟弟他的那个 Sevakunj 呢，Sevakunj 的那些还有那些 Manjari 哈，画得非常漂亮的。那么Shamarani 弟弟解释哈，如果没有他这么深层的、这么浓厚的对他自己的灵性导师 Srila Prabhupada 的这种深深的怀念之情哈，没有这样的这个可以说这样的经历的话、体验的话，他也不可能去有这样的就是能力画出后期他的作品，包括那些 Sevakunj 的 Manjari 是 Rupa Goswami 的那些 Rupa Manjari 的那些画，这么漂亮的画出来的，他也画不出来的。他能够这就画出来，是因为他有很深厚的对他的 Srila Prabhupada 的那个深深的怀念之情，这种之情长久的、很深的，让他得到了这个启悟，把这些画出来了。
And I'll share as briefly as I can just one small example from my own life.
弟弟呢也分享一下他自己的一些体验哈。
That after my Gurudev's divine disappearance, let me back up. In 2004, with my Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he took all the devotees to Jagannath Puri. In 2004, it was Purushottam month, the leap year. And we did...
I was there at that time.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you remember how amazing it was.
I'm not sure, right?
OK,
好，弟弟呢就先讲他自己的体验。但是2004年，就是 Gurudev 呢带领我们所有的门徒在 Jagannath Puri 的。我告诉弟弟，2004年就 Jagannath Puri 刚好也是 Purushottam 嘛，就是4月苦行的，不是叫4月苦，就叫 Purushottam 嘛哈，那个年份的。刚好我说我也在那里的，他说哎呀不是吧？Yes.
So I noticed when in the evening programs, when Gurudev was sitting up on the platform, there were many speakers and senior Vaishnavas and sannyasis. I noticed one sannyasi who was very deep and grave, and I noticed his eyes were so sparkling. You could see it from the back of the room, and he was always looking, his eyes were always looking at everybody in the audience, each and every person. And that's something I noticed my Gurudev had done. I never saw another Vaishnav that reminded me of that same way that my Gurudev would look at everyone in the room. I noticed that Vaishnav.
那么在2004年的时候，特别是在 Jagannath 晚上的时候，是 Gurudev 呢就会带领他很多的那些散亚sĩ呢坐在那个讲台上的，对吧？大家都有经验的。然后呢，就是说弟弟说就是他看到一个非常就是很沉静的很沉很静，然后呢非常有力量的一对双眼睛，就像雷达一样在扫射的每一个在座的这些奉献者或者在座的这些听众的他说是很不一般的那个 Vaishnava。So
I didn't know who he was, but in my heart and mind I thought, oh, remember this wonderful Vaishnava.
他当然那个时候他说他不知道他是谁，但是呢他知道你一定要记住这个 Vaishnava。But
that time I was so happy in association with Gurudev and Nagar Sankirtan and so much service. I was very foolish and I forgot to even find out who is he or go offer pranam or develop a relationship. I was completely just caught up in an ocean of happiness with Srila Gurudev. I forgot and didn't take advantage.
那么那个时候呢，弟弟呢，他说他完全沉醉在和我们的Sri Gurudev的一种的那个交流之中所以呢，他也没有去很积极的去寻找一下到底这个就是很沉静的这个 Vaishnava 坐在讲台上的那个 Vaishnava 到底他是谁呢？他没有去追问。
And one day we were having a big Nagar Sankirtan party and Gurudev wanted everyone to join, so I was a little late and I was rushing and running in the temple, which is not very polite. But then I realized I forgot my songbook. I had left it in the room where I was staying. We were staying in Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math there, and I ran back to the room and I burst open the door to grab my book that I had left, and my songbook actually Sudevi had given it to me, Kishori Mohan and Sudevi. So she had given me a copy. She had photocopied all of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songbooks into one, and she gave me an old copy of hers, and her name was on it, Sudevi.
那么那个时候呢，刚好有一天呢，Sri Gurudev呢就要叫所有的门徒呢去做Sankirtan呢，去冲圣名的。然后呢，弟弟呢，因为他忘记带他的歌书了，所以呢，他就匆匆忙忙跑回到他住的庙，那个是Chaitanya Gaudiya Math，就是 Shirabhati Maharaj 的那个庙来，应该是他们那边的。然后呢，他就冲进去，匆匆忙忙的去，刚好呢就见到他自己的姐妹叫 Sudevi， 就是Kishore Mohan 的妻子Sudevi 就把他的那个歌本的副本就是给了Manjari Devi， 然后这个全都是 Bhaktivinoda Thakur 的那些歌书来的。
So the room where I was staying before, I burst open the door and I ran in to get the book, and I was shocked that sitting on the bed in this small, tiny, not nice room where we were staying, there was this effulgent Vaishnav sitting very straight and chanting japa with sparkling eyes. Why sparkling? Because tears in the eyes, chanting japa.
当地他说他冲到那个庙里那个就是很简陋的那个房间的时候呢他就看到了有一个可以说是双眼充满了那个就是光芒的一对眼睛的一个很就是细小的，他觉得就是一个双眼充满了光芒的一个 Vaishnava 在那里念经。为什么是说他是充满光芒呢？因为他在流着那种灵性的眼泪，在他念诵又在念诵的时候
And I was so surprised. I forgot even proper behavior. I didn't offer obeisance or anything. I was also very stunned seeing this effulgent person. I just folded my hands and I said, I forgot my songbook here.
然后呢，他就因为很匆忙嘛，他也没有就是行一些 Vaishnava 的礼仪顶礼他都没有。他因为太匆忙了，去找回他的歌书而已。
And also, I was so eager to not be late in the Nagar Sankirtan because Gurudev had just ordered me to go and be in the kirtan. Anyhow, he said, "Oh, are you Sudevi?"
然后呢，就是因为弟弟呢，曼吉尔弟弟呢，因为是姑的命令，他要去参加这个Sankirtan的，所以他不能迟到，所以他就很匆忙了。那么这个时候呢，那个 Vaishnava 就问他：“你叫苏 David 吗？”就问弟弟曼吉尔弟弟，问他是不是叫苏 David。
And the book was just on a table near him, and I just went up to take the book, and I said, "No," I said, "she's my god sister. She gave me this book." So I didn't know, does he think I'm stealing it or what? No, of course he didn't think that. But anyway, I just said, no, my god sister gave it to me. And I just offered pranam and quickly ran to do Nagar Sankirtan.
然后呢，弟弟回答说：“哦，我不是他，苏 David 是我的师姐来的。”他就这么回答他了，然后匆忙的把歌书拿走了，就冲出去做Sankirtan了。
But I thought in my heart,Remember that Vaishnav, who is he?
但是呢，可以说这个 Vaishnava 在他的心中呢留下一个很深刻的记忆。到底他心想他是谁呀
？But somehow, because of my own foolishness, I never found out his name or who he was or anything.
但是因为比较愚昧吧，那个时候，所以呢就没有去找寻这个 Vaishnava， 就是眼光充满。就是光芒的这个 Vaishnava 到底他是谁？他就没有去去寻找了，没有了。
Then after Srila Gurudev's Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj's disappearance, why didn't I mean to say, I was, there was a few years and I couldn't remember that Vaishnav, who he was, and I couldn't think where to take shelter, where to go. There were many wonderful Vaishnavas also in Vrindavan, and I had seen Srila Bharati Maharaj in Vrindavan, but somehow I didn't realize that who he is or who any of the other senior Vaishnavas are. I was really suffering and experiencing the painful result of my past karma, my past Vaishnav apparats. There's so many reactions. For all these reasons, I could not remember or realize this Vaishnav.
可以说，当我特别是学姑的这个隐疾之后呢，弟弟自己说，他因为沉醉在对姑的那个怀念之情，他也就是说，当然还有很多可以说在我们单位有很多很好的 Vaishnava 可以说那个他也去好像去和那个 Shrivati Maharaj 联谊之类的吧，哈但是呢，他可以说因为太多的业债吧、因果吧，哈。可能是前世的爱，或者是对Vaishnava 的冒犯等等一大堆的，反正他也对这个他曾经就是说遇过的这个 Vaishnava 深刻印记的这个，他完全是可以说无所适从啊。
Finally, in 2015, I was really desperate, and it was another Purushottam Vrat, so I made a vow to I made an intense prayer and a vow and followed Purushottam Vrat, especially the last 3 days of the month. I very intensely prayed and increased my Harinam Japa and prayed for guidance from Gurudev. Please give me shelter, give me Vaishnav Sadhu Sangha.
那么直到2015年呢，可以说也刚好是那年是 Purushottam， 那么弟弟呢说他就下定决心要去遵守这个 Purushottam 的，然后呢，特别是在 Purushottam 的最后那几天，他可以说他就是发誓，然后呢也做了很多祷告，然后呢在他的念诵里边也加圈了，就是就练得要更多了，增圈了哈，然后呢他希望得到一个托庇，他向我们的师父的祈祷，他一定要得到一个托庇。
At that time, I was in New Delhi in India, and on the very last day of the Purushottam Vrat, the last day in the evening, like the very end of Purushottam Vrat, a message came in my heart from Gurudev, very clear guidance, Jagannath Puri, and I knew I just have to go.
OK， 那么可以说，在2015年的时候呢 ，Purushottam 最后的一天，他刚好弟弟是在新德里的，印度的新德里哈，最后的那一天，然后他得到一个非常非常清晰的一个信息，这个信息是什么呢？就是说 Jagannath Puri 这几个字就出现了，那么他就知道他一定要去 Jagannath Puri 了。
I didn't know when, why, How? I didn't know, but immediately I sold whatever I had, made the arrangements, booked my tickets. I was at whatever people I was with, I told them, do whatever you want. I'm going to Jagannath Puri. Dave's telling me to go to Puri. And when I arrived in Puri, I had asked Madhukar Prabhu, to arrange a room for me. And he couldn't find anything. Finally, he found a place for me. And when I arrived in Puri, actually, I guess translate that much.
No problem. Now, Didi, now is almost 1 hour, so we have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll finish this story.
The battery is going around quite fast, and keep it a little, maybe few minutes also for the Q&A. OK 哈，弟弟 ，sorry。OK 好，那么弟弟呢，后来他就不管3721了，然后呢，他就马上订了票，就飞到从新德里飞到那个加格纳普瑞了。到了加格纳普瑞是我们的神兄弟叫马杜卡了啊，唱歌非常好的那种。然后呢，就是马杜卡帮他安排了一个住处的。OK，carry on，弟弟。
So when I arrived in Jagannath Puri, I heard from Madhukar and devotees that, Srila Bharati Maharaj is here. And when I walked into the new room, it was very dirty and there was an old suitcase with some rubbish. But I opened the suitcase and inside was a picture like this of Srila Bharati Maharaj. And I realized that I came here and I was sent here and everything has been arranged just so I can get this association.
后来弟弟呢就到了一个房间去，打开他肮脏的那些行李，然后呢就you met Sri Bharati Maharaj in Jagannath Puri, right? In the temple, right?
I had met him.
The temple, right?
I had met him before, but I hadn't realized or recognized if he could help me. But this time I realized it.
OK， 那么弟弟到了这个呢普瑞之后呢，他就来到一个简陋的一个房间里，打开他行李之后呢，他说他就知道了，其实他之前是见过 Sri Bharati Maharaj 的那个，但是这一次呢，他很肯定，就是说他一定要托庇这个 Sri Bharati Maharaj 的。
And then I realized that as soon as I got to Puri and I saw his picture, all the memories came, and I realized that was that Vaishnav all those years ago in Puri. But why couldn't I remember and why couldn't I have his association before? Anyhow, when you're ready and you're really crying, Guru arranges everything what you need.
OK， 那么后来呢，弟弟呢就知道了他是就是这个Sri Bharati Maharaj呢，其实就是他2004年他在 Jagannath Puri 见过他的，那只是说那个时候他的时间没到就没有办法得到他的联谊。那么后来呢，当他很渴望，就是说很欲望、很渴望有这个 loba 的时候呢 ，Sri Gurudev 就给他安排了。Didi, but I have the question. You say when 2004 in Jagannath Puri you met Sri Bharati Maharaj, you say a small, but Sri Bharati Maharaj is a very tall and huge body. It's not small, right?
I didn't say he's small. No.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
it's
you
not
didn't
small.
say Okay.
No. He had sparkling eyes. That's what I remember.
Yeah, right. Okay. 那么
because he was always having moist tears in his eyes, so they were always sparkling.
我刚刚在翻译的时候，我不知道第一次他说他在2004年在加格纳普尔见到一个 Vaishnava 很特别的嘛，对不对？他说好像不是很高大的，我说不对啊，我说 Bharati Maharaj 很高大，他说我没有说过他很小的，我是说他的眼睛充满了光芒。为什么他的眼睛光芒万丈呢？就是因为他经常沉浸在这个就是念受的爱的之中的，所以他就说他的眼睛是光芒四射的。
So I wanted to just remember him and share this small Pushpanjali about my Gurudev and Srila Bharati Maharaj and the beauty of Guru Tattva, because tomorrow is coming Guru Purnima and also for Srila Bharati Maharaj's appearance day. Thank you for letting me offer this remembrance.
那么就是说弟弟就这里讲述一下，就是 Srila Gurudev Srila Bharati Maharaj 他们的一些他自己一些就是怎么通过得到 Sri Gurudev 的加持，他能得到 Sri Bharati Maharaj 的联谊。那么可以说这是非常美丽的事情了。然后is tomorrow Guru Purnima? Tomorrow?
Guru Purnima. It depends on your location in the world, what country you're in. So tomorrow in the US where I am.
OK，那么明天呢，在美国的时段呢，就 Guru Purnima，我都不知道印度什么时候 Guru Purnima，我都自己没搞
The
清楚。
the full moon day.
就是月满之日，就是我们的 Guru Purnima 了。OK，
Oh, sorry,
美国
Saturday. So here it's Saturday.
OK， 他说
July 4th.
在美国是星期六就是 Guru Purnima 的节日了哈。印度我也不知道什么时候。Perhaps India, I think it's also tomorrow.
Yeah, and then it's July 4th in America. But anyway, yeah. So now I know that you mentioned you wanted a few. I'll ask you what you want to do. I would like to, if you agree, if you'd like, just touch on the next point from Siksastakam, just for a few minutes, just so that we can start planting the seed and thinking about it. And then after that, if you want, we can have any questions.
OK，
Just a few minutes.
OK， 好，给几分钟，我们再总结一下这个八训规哈。Yes, please, Didi.
Okay, so just for a few minutes, just to introduce the next point about Paratattva is the first tattva. Bhaktivinoda Thakur will explain to give us this Sambandha Gyan. Paratattva. Paratattva means the absolute truth, the truth about the truth.
Paratattva 是什么呢 ？Paratattva 呢，就是说 Sambandha Gyan， 就是说真理中的真理，真理中的核心，真理中的精华。OK，Sambandha Paratattva。
So all the Shrutis and Smritis make statements about the absolute truth, Parabrahman, and they say on one hand, for example, Chandogya Upanishad, it says that the absolute truth has no form, no qualities, no cannot be named, cannot be described, has no form.
OK， 所有的这些书体啦，就是这些经典也好，就是这些的古书哈、古典古籍哈，就是这些书体我，对不起大家一时想不起来哈，什么中文，然后呢都还有那个婆罗霍摩经也婆罗霍摩赞歌也好，都是说这个真理的哈，这个真理呢，就是绝对的真理是没有形象，没有形象的，也不可以描述的哈。
So Chandogya Upanishad says the absolute truth is one without a second. Ekam evadvidyakam. So there's one. There is no second or two forms.
绝对的真理就是绝对的，就是只有一个的，没有第二个的，它是独一无二的哈。绝对真理哈，就是所有的这些伟大经典，还有就是这个奥义书，还有这些的古典的，就是圣典，都是这么描述的啊，就是
the same Upanishad says, but he is also Savishesh. That Brahman is Nirvishesh, has no form, no qualities, but also Savishesh, has form, has transcendental form, transcendental qualities, transcendental name.
可以说在奥义书里边也这么讲述了，就是说这个真理的绝对真理呢，它是没有形象啊，没有形象的哈 ，no form， 没有品格等等。但同时呢，奥义书里面又讲述它是具有这些特性的，它是有形象的，它是有品质的等等。就是说没有的东西，它同时又说有，就在这个奥义书里边也这么讲述。
So just telling you what something is not. It's not this, it's not that, it's not that. That doesn't give you any positive value.
这些可以说在奥义书里边呢，他给你说没有这个，没有这个，但他没有给一个很，就是说没有给一个正面的一个东西，一个正面的一个阐述给我们，没有。
So the question comes, well, okay, it's not this, it's not that. What is it? Oh, filled with unlimited nectar, raso vaisaha, filled with rasa, nectar, and unlimited qualities, savishesh, filled with transcendental qualities.
但是呢，他说他没有形象啊，没有什么，但是奥义书里面有讲说，他是什么呢？他是说 unlimited 无限的甜美，他说无限的无限的喜乐，无限的甜美，他用这些字来形容。
So the conclusion is the absolute truth, para Brahman, para Tattva, is both nirvishesh and savishesh, no material qualities and filled with spiritual qualities.
好，那么好了，我们又就来讲述这个绝对真理哈。绝对真理呢，可以这么说means the absolute truth that got the both material quality and the spiritual quality. You like that?
No material qualities at all. No material form. No material qualities. Nirvishesh. No material form. No material qualities.
OK 好。所以呢，绝对的真理为什么刚刚他所说的 no form 没有，就是说它没有物质的品质，没有物质的形象。所以呢，绝对的真理所以在那个奥义书里边他说是nirvana， 就是说没有的意思。但是呢，他是说物质方面的没有物质的这个品质，没有物质的形象。好，所以呢，绝对的真理它是没有的，但是它同时拥有呢灵性的。这个甘露，灵性的喜悦，而且它是无尽、没有尽头的。
So the conclusion is that this personal feature, savishesh, the feature of Brahman, which has form and name and qualities, is much superior than nirvishesh Brahman, much superior.
Can you explain? You need to be clear because I'm not fully understand. So conclusion is
the personal form when there's when Para Brahman has two features. One feature has no form.
Para
Tattva, Para Brahman. Brahman.
What's the Para Brahman, right? That got the personal form, right?
Yes, and the transcendental spiritual form is far superior to his quality of being nirvishesh.
Okay.
Empty of qualities. Material qualities.
OK， 所以呢，他这个就是人格，他这个人格的形象呢，可以说呢，比他的这个就是他是就是这个人格的形象 ，transcendental form is personal form.
Yes.
Personal form, transcendental personal form is more superior, right?
Yeah, he has both features.
Yeah.
But the personal feature is superior.
OK， 它有两个性格的，但是呢，它就是人的性格是更高的。
Okay? Why? Because the personal feature is tangible. We can hear, see, smell, taste, touch, but not with our material senses. But he is tangible and we can interact, so it's superior.
为什么我们说人格的形象呢是更高的呢？因为我们可以感受，我们可以目睹，我们可以去聆听，我们可以去就是观看。但是我们现在拥有的是这个物质的身体，我们没有办法去更走进去了解这些哈。
So this is the beginning of our study of Sambandha Gyan and Tattva. Tattva means principles, like gravity is a principle. So these are truths that are established, and we must one day, sooner or later, sit down and make the effort to understand these tattvas.
那么当然呢，这个就Sambandha Gyan的关系的真理。那么这个关系的真理呢，也许我们现在当然是比较陌生，不太了解。但是希望有一天我们可以沉静下来非常清晰的了解知道这个的塔巴这是真理哈。
So at first, this knowledge, when we read it, hear it, and discuss amongst each other, it may be just like a theoretical knowledge at first, but gradually, through bhakti yoga, it will become realized spiritual knowledge, a realization.
那么现在我们学的这些都是一些知识层面的东西，一个理论的东西，但是通过我们的实践的修行，我们会把这些理论的知识的东西变成我们的一个觉悟和认知了。
So next week we will discuss 4 ways to understand Parabrahman. Parabrahma, the supreme absolute truth, has 4 features. 4 features.
OK， 好，下个礼拜呢，我们会继续学习这个 Parabrahma， 就是4个特性，这是4个特性哈。下个礼拜我们就学习一下，就是这个超然的这个Parabrahma 就是4个特性。
Okay, so forgive me that we ran out of time. I wanted to share some pastimes of Sanatan Goswami and Madan Mohan in Vrindavan. We'll also do that next time. Next time we'll hear the meaning of Krishna's name, Madan Mohan, some pastimes with Sanatan Goswami, and we'll discuss this tattva, paratattva.
好，下个礼拜呢，我们就会分享更多的故事了。OK， 那么现在我们 Manjari 是不是要叫他们开麦？有问题的话，我们现在给大家有10分钟的时间，因为我手机没电哈，我是跑到天台来去接收的，我住的地方网络不好，那么所以天要黑了，我们大家抓紧时间，如果有问题的话，我们给大家10分钟左右的时间哈，好吧？加上我的手机没电，Manjari 你可以叫那些有问题的人开麦吧。
So I know your battery is about to die and we got a little late. Do you want to take one or 2 questions, or will they? What did they decide? Did they want to put the questions in WhatsApp instead, or?
Okay, don't worry. I just ask Manjari, ask anybody. Give everybody 10 minutes. If any questions they come, okay, we can 10 minutes as well. Is okay?
Okay, so we have 10 minutes now just for more question and discussion. Okay.
好，大家有问题的话，快点哈，因为我手机快没电了。OK， 现在我这边也快天黑了。OK， 我在天台里去给大家翻译的，所以我们抓紧时间，有问题的就问他，没问题的下次要吃2颗糖哈。老师听课没问题，就是说我们不动脑筋嘛哈，我又不相信大家全明白，我自己都不明白，对不对？所以我们一定要问问题哈。
可以提个问题吗？
谁？请说，哪位？
我想问一下，在修行中怎样培养分离的心绪
Okay. Didi, the Babu asking during our sadhana bhajan, how can we cultivate our separation mood? How to cultivate the separation mood? How?
What is his name? The devotee?
哎，你的宝布，你的名字你是谁呀？是不是飞龙啊
？Shamasundar Das。
Shamasundar Das。
Shamasundar 北京的吗？不是吧？
南宁的。
哦，南宁哦，我不是哦，小马宝宝就上次又问问题的那个啊，你老是麦霸了，每次都给你霸麦了，对不对？是不是那个小马？是你是吧？
你见过我吗？你来南宁的见过我的。
我知道嘛，就是你霸麦了嘛，你每一次都是你的第一个问问题嘛，对不对？对不对？
不是哦，小马是小马，Shamasundar。
Oh, Shamasundar. Okay, his name is called Shamasundar from China. Okay, and then Okay, Shamasundar. Okay. Yeah, he asked him. Okay.
So, the only way these feelings come, otherwise, like we heard about Rupa Goswami's separation, Mahaprabhu's separation, but how can we feel that for our Guru Varga? Their day comes and we don't even cry or shed one tear, and we're very busy making a big festival. And it's difficult to have those feelings. So Gurudev explains that only if you serve your Gurudev and fulfill his desire, make him happy through serving him, then you'll start to realize a deep gratitude. When you realize what he's giving you, and when you feel that reciprocation of pleasing him through serving Gurudev and pleasing him, those feelings come in the heart. We feel separation from him, and we feel separation, and even especially on his appearance and disappearance days. And every day in our life, hopefully, but to the extent that we have served him, how much you serve him is how much you will feel more and more.
好，简单来说好 OK，I just make summary and simple 意思。
Yeah, please. Yeah,
OK，
sorry.
简单来说就是说，我们怎么去加深我们的这个分离之情。首先，你一定要服务你自己的灵性导师，因为只有你服务了灵性导师的话，哈，你的感恩之心才会滋长出来，对灵性导师的感恩，对不对？然后呢，你要去服务他之中，就是取悦他嘛。然后呢，你就会这个分离之情就会慢慢的建立起来了。那个时候，也许你不需要等到什么1年2季啊，他显现日啊，什么引机日啊，你才会想起他，不会，你是每天每刻的都会在了，就是一定要服务你的灵性导师，取悦他。
We don't want to imagine what our service is. We really want to know what is Gurudev's heart and how can I please him and how can I serve him and what will make him happy. I don't want to follow my own ideas. What does he want?
那首先就是，首先大家一定要很清楚这个概念，什么叫服务灵性导师？服务灵性导师的意思就是说，并不是根据你个人的喜爱、个人的感觉啊，我想去做什么，我就叫服了。No， 不是，就是说你要去服务灵性导师，就是说你要明白你的灵性导师他想要什么，你做了些什么东西会让他得到开心和快乐、喜悦他的，那个才叫服务灵性导师。
So if we don't know what he wants, then our first prayer when we're doing our sadhan bhajan is, Gurudev, please reveal your heart. Prabhupada, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, whoever your Gurudev is, you're praying, what is your heart's desire? What is your mission? How can I serve you? How can I please you? Please reveal in my heart. And gradually you will understand what he wants. And then the more you do that seva, the more the feelings of separation will grow. You'll have feelings of... Yeah, sorry.
好，我们首先呢，就是我们都根本不知道到底我们做些什么东西可以取悦自己灵性导师，无论你的灵性导师是谁哈。所以呢，我们第一个呢，我们就可能要通过祈祷，很长的、有耐性的，好 ，OK， 就像我们的灵性导师祈祷，到底我可以做些什么东西能够取悦你，我们一定要这样做哈。然后慢慢的 ，OK， 我们就可以得到一些就是经验嘛，然后呢，你就会了解到底你做什么服务可以取悦你的灵性导师。当你找到这个方向了，又再去做了，那么这个分离之情，它会就每天一点点的加多的 ，OK。
Shamasundar Prabhu, is it helpful? Is it clear?
Shamasundar 伯伯，这个答案对你有用吗？可以有帮忙吗？
有，非常的有启迪意义，非常感谢。
OK， 你的灵性导师是谁呀？Shamasundar？
圣那样的马拉去古典。
我怎么没见过你？
怎么没见过？在南宁的时候你没见过吗？
What? Okay. So I asked Shamasundar Babu who is his guru. He said, Shri Guru Day. I said, why? I didn't meet you. He said, yes, we met, but I can't remember him. So sorry.
Okay. One more question? Do we have time?
好，再来一个问题，最后一个，谁开麦说话啊？我只有17%的电了，快点，快！还有谁有问题？都没有吗？难道？还有谁有问题？群里没有声音了吗？是不是有些maybe some I know maybe they don't know how to turn on the microphone because most of the old lady they don't know how to use the apps, still learning.
Hemangini,
你可以问问他们还有谁有问题啊 ？OK。Hemangini 你可以开麦啊。Hemangini 你可以开麦啊。
She can open somebody's mic.
对，你可以打开他们。Yeah，we know that，we know that。或者 yes， Himagini 你可以把他们的麦打開的是吧？你可以幫他們解麥的是吧？
有啊，打開啦。
全部打開晒㗎啦，係嘛？
係啊，
個個都冇問題，個個都係高材生係嘛？個個都沒問題，個個都是高材生，一聽就明，一聽就懂，是吧？這麼厲害！快點，誰還有問題啊？誰快，我們趕快吧。冇問題，我就結束啦，好嗎？是不是大家都沒有問題？沒有問題，我們就結束了，好吧？沒有問題啦，是吧？再問一次，是吧？Himagini 你可以問佢哋係咪都係冇問題啦，冇問題就散會啦啊！
冇啦，應該冇啦。
Okay, Didi, actually my battery is running totally.
Okay.
I think I have also
So,
a dog.
yes. Okay,
she.
she's in Vrindavan. She's with monkeys and all the craziness there. Satya, Didi, are you there? Is there anything? Would you like to add anything before we go? No, we can talk later. Okay, my Dandavat Pranam to all the Vaishnavas here in this meeting, whoever might listen to it later, all our Varga to everyone, my Dandavat Pranam. Hope to see you next week. We discuss more Sanatana Goswami pastime and Tattva.
哈利波。
好，那我们下个礼拜呢继续哈，星期五我们会多一点探讨三乐特公司瓦米的一些他的一些就是他的写的东西哈，或者他的事迹。我们下个礼拜星期五再和 Manjari 弟弟再见。我们这里深深的感恩 Manjari 弟弟。其实每个 Vaishnava 都付出来，互相帮忙，大家一定要感恩和珍惜哈。你珍惜的意思就是感恩，感恩的话也就一样同时珍惜了，好吗？我们都不用，我在印度40多度啊，在这里很热啊，我还天台抱着天台天台上给你们翻译的啊，所以珍惜大家珍惜这些难得和这些高阶的 Vaishnava 的联谊。I say thank you so much, Manjari so much 哈。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gaur Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
还有问题吗？还有问题是吧？谁有问题？
没有啊。
谁呀？
还有问题。我说，问一下印度那个，
说。
那个问一下小孩5岁多的背经典有什么方法吗？
弟弟
2岁多。
Okay, Indo Didi asking if the child approximately 2 to 5 years old, if they want to remember some sloka, what's the best way for them?
Very good. Wow, what a lucky baby. Just like we did today, one word at a time. And then one line memorize. First memorize one word, then one line, and then 2 lines, and gradually the whole verse. We can, like we did today with Cheto Darpana. We'll do it next time also.
OK， 就像今天一样的，我弟弟教我们从第一个诗节开始，像八训规，我们从第一首诗的第一个字就这样的念哦，他就这么说了，他说非常好哈，很幸运的小孩哈。我们不好意思，我这里真的天黑了。Sorry, I'm not able to talk anymore because dark and also my mobile is totally running out. And
so see you next time.
OK， 好，对不起大家，我这里天黑了，我要回去了。好，我这是天台的，然后我们下个礼拜再继续问弟弟，好吧 ？Into Lake 行吗？下个我们就详细。
好的。
好，感恩所有的同修，感恩所有的同修来参加哈，非常感恩你们哈，非常哈利波拉。
Haribo.